Between 9 and 10 years old, I was in the drugstore, and a friend of mine came in with a bunch of his friends. He said, I bet you can't spin that ball on your finger for an hour. Okay, I'll bet you $5. I was just spinning it on this one finger. The nail started to wear down, and it started to blister, and I started to get a little blood from that finger. And I just kept it going for 1 hour, and I got my $5.
While playing in a pickup basketball game in the gym at First Church in Pasadena, California. He was presumably still young in his early 40s. Maravich's last words, less than a minute before he died, were, "I feel great." Pete Maravich, despite being so talented and beloved, had a career plagued by controversies. All of this led to him being addicted to alcohol and other activities. He got so addicted that he himself did not know the extent of the damage it was causing to his life. All his life, while he was playing at the top of his game, his health was being neglected, and the congenital defect which no one knew about but only he suffered and grew with, it started to be seen by everyone. It turns out that he had a missing left coronary artery. His right coronary artery was grossly enlarged and had been compensating for the defect. It was almost miraculous how he survived and played so well despite this defect.
I have been inactive for about 2 months, plus the fact while working out on my own, I did sustain a slight groin pull. So with that and with the inactivity, I think it's best for me to round myself into some type of shape before I come back out.
Maravich was born to Peter Press Maravich and Helen Gravor Maravich in Aliquippa, a steel town in Pennsylvania near Pittsburgh. Maravich amazed his family and friends with his basketball abilities from an early age. He enjoyed a close but demanding father-son relationship that motivated him towards achievement and fame in the sport. Maravich's father was the son of Serbian immigrants and a professional player-turned-coach. He taught his son the fundamentals starting when Pete was 7 years old. Obsessively, young Maravich spent hours practicing ball control tricks, passes, head fakes, and long-range shots. And so he made his playing style ahead of its time and paved the way for future generations of basketball players. Maravich played high school varsity ball at Daniel High School in Central South Carolina, a year before being old enough to attend the school. While at Daniel from 1961 to 1963, Maravich participated in the school's first ever game against a team from an all-black school. While living in Raleigh, North Carolina, his famous moniker was born when he attended Needham B. From his habit of shooting the ball from his side, as if holding a revolver, Maravich became known as Pistol Pete Maravich. After that, he graduated from Broughton in 1965 and then attended Edwards Military Institute, where he averaged 33 points per game. Interestingly enough, the NCAA has just prohibited first-year students from playing at the varsity level, and that required Maravich also to play on the freshman team. Even with that, the ambitious Pete played his best. Can you imagine the energy he brought with him throughout the game? In his first game, Maravich put up 50 points, 14 rebounds, and 11 assists against Southeastern Louisiana College. This impressive performance set the tone for his legendary college career, where he would go on to become the all-time leading scorer in NCAA history with an average of 44.2 points per game. Maravich's impact on the game of basketball continues to be felt today. Maravich's unique playing style and scoring ability quickly gained attention, leading to a successful college basketball career at Louisiana State University. And the rest is history. Pete Maravich became a name. He went on to become one of the greatest players in NCAA history, setting numerous scoring records which still stand today. For his collegiate career, the 6'5" guard averaged 44.2 points per game in 83 contests and led the NCAA in scoring for each of his 3 seasons. Maravich's scoring records at LSU have not been broken yet. Though he never appeared in the NCAA tournament, Maravich played a key role in turning around a lackluster program that had posted a .320 record in the season prior to his arrival. Maravich finished his college career in the 1970 National Invitation Tournament, where LSU finished fourth. At the beginning of his professional basketball career, the Atlanta Hawks selected Maravich with the third pick in the first round of the 1970 NBA Draft, where he played for coach Richie Guerin. It was a pretty difficult challenge, but Maravich's scoring ability made him a fan favorite in Atlanta. It's amazing to think that a person not only had this magic ability, but an impressive aura. Everywhere he went, he became a favorite, and his flashy style has helped bring Hawks' profile to the top in the league. Maravich appeared in 81 games and averaged 23.2 points per contest, good enough to earn NBA All-Rookie Team honors. He managed to blend his style with that of his teammates, so much so that Lou Hudson, the team's leading scorer at the time, welcomed Maravich's presence and saw him as a valuable asset to the team. This comradeship on the court converted into success for the Atlanta Hawks during Maravich's rookie season. Not to forget the time where the fan following of Pete Maravich had helped the New Orleans Jazz franchise. In the summer of 1974, the expansion New Orleans Jazz franchise was preparing for its first season of competition in the NBA and was looking to generate excitement among their new basketball fans. Maravich's popularity in Louisiana helped draw in fans to support the new Jazz team, creating a buzz around the franchise before they even hit the court. His playing style made him a must-watch player for basketball enthusiasts in the region. Maravich struggled with injuries that limited him to just 62 games that season, but he averaged 25.9 points per contest, third behind McAdoo and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and continued his crowd-pleasing antics. He was elected to the All-NBA First Team that year. The following season, 1976-77, was his most productive in the NBA. He led the league in scoring with an average of 31.1 points per game. He scored 40 points or more in 13 games and 50 or more in 4 games. His 68-point masterpiece against the Knicks was, at the time, the most points ever scored by a guard in a single game. He was once again elected to the All-NBA First Team for his outstanding performance. Maravich earned his third All-Star Game appearance and was honored as the All-NBA First Team for the second consecutive season. But his knee injuries persisted, ultimately limiting his playing time and effectiveness on the court. Despite being robbed of some quickness and athleticism, he still managed to score 27.0 points per game, and he also added 6.7 assists per contest, his highest average as a member of the Jazz. The Utah Jazz began play in the 1979-80 season. Maravich moved with the team to Salt Lake City, but his knee problems were worse than ever. He appeared in 17 games early in the season, but his injuries prevented him from practicing much, and since he couldn't play, he couldn't practice much. And that gave Maravich an idea of playing as a part-time contributor. Maravich adjusted to a new role as a part-time contributor, giving Boston a hired gun on offense off the bench. And, for the first time since his early career in Atlanta, Maravich was able to participate in the NBA playoffs. Realizing that his knee problems would never go away, Maravich retired at the end of that season. During his 10-year career in the NBA, Maravich played in 658 games, averaging 24.2 points and 5.4 assists per contest. In 1987, he was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. In 2021, to commemorate the NBA's 75th anniversary, The Athletic ranked their top 75 players of all time and named Maravich as the 73rd greatest player in NBA history. Personally, at the time of his retirement, he was in a weak phase of life. After retiring from the game in 1980, Maravich decided to live in seclusion and solitude to bring back his faith and the meaning of life. So he became a recluse for 2 years. Eventually, he became a born-again Christian, embracing biblical Christianity. A few years before his death, Maravich said, "I want to be remembered as a Christian, a person who serves Jesus to the utmost, not as a basketball player." During his last days, he grew very spiritual and became very close to God. He found peace and comfort in his faith, which ultimately helped him face his mortality with grace and acceptance. So this was all about the legendary player and how he conquered his life, both on and off the field. If you want to know more about these legendary players and their inspirational lives, please like, subscribe to the channel, and share. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more inspiring stories.